Welcome back, Helldivers, to your brand new daily news update. Today we're going to be talking about all the new, all of the weapons that are going to be getting a new update very soon. Just because I know many people weren't happy with the nerfs, but there's also some weapons that need to be fixed. So we're going to be going through all the news today, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Thank you for all the support on the videos recently, and if you wouldn't mind considering subscribing to the channel if you want to keep up to date with your daily Helldivers news and updates, that would mean the world to me, and make sure to drop a like. But anyway, let's kick off with the first thing, which is on the spear. So this goes crazy in the Discord, right? Like everyone is saying spear fix, spear fix, spear fix constantly. And the devs have actually, Spitz has actually given us an update on what's going on with the spear. So Spitz says, update on the spear fix. It was actually done a couple of weeks ago, but A, didn't make the deadline date for the end of April build, and B, is not completely functional according to our QA teams. It's currently slated for the end of May build, provided no other issues present with it. Tagging Alexis for further info. Now, so pretty much something that Arrowhead have said as a company that they're very big on is that they don't ever want to like release something last minute. They say, I know some things went wrong with the most recent patch, but what they say as a company is that when they release a patch, they want to only add things in when there's still lots of time left. They don't want to be pushing out fixes they're not 100% certain on before the patch, so they will hold it back until the next major build, and so I think that's the best way to do things. I wouldn't want a fix to be in that would actually break it even more, so that was that. Then also someone said that I just felt, so I think someone said, our constant spear whining summoned Spitz out of nowhere, and Spitz said, I just felt the need to clarify it since I did promise that it would be fixed sooner than what it was looking like to be. That was my mistake. I didn't realize how far ahead of schedule the weapons team was working. So, yeah, I think Spitz pretty much said in the Discord that it could, by the looks of things, be in the April build. But no, by the looks of things, it's now going to be launching at the end of May, which is quite a long time, isn't it? Like, we've got to wait 30 days. Well, it might not be 30 days. It might be like 20 to 30 days, which is quite a long thing. But we got the new Warbond in 10 days, 9 to 10 days, which we can look forward to on the 11th. So I cannot wait for that. Next up, we have, so I did cover this in my last video earlier today, so if you know about this already, feel free to just skip on later into the video. But the next weapon that is getting an update, and has actually sort of, there's been this whole thing, right, with the ricochets and the shrapnel. And what is going on with the R36 Eruptor is that, so they said that they had noticed another issue through posts and community feedback that had identified a possibility for the shots from the R36 Eruptor to explode and rebound shrapnel at the shooter, which has a high enough damage value to instantly kill the player. To prevent this, they said we're looking to completely remove the shrapnel effect from the Eruptor, but it will be increasing its hit damage as well. This should make it less lethal to the user, but just as powerful against enemies. It should maintain its destructive power, and it is still classed as explosive. It will not lose the ability to break objects, close holes, or destroy fabricators. This will be an overall buff to the weapon, as the random shrapnel played an almost I feel like it didn't, it says that it played a part in the damage and power that it dealt, but it's overall it's not going to be that much of a big change by removing the shrapnel effect from it. That's what they're saying here, and they say it will still deal both impact and AoE damage, and both of these damage values will be increased to make it just as powerful and more consistent. So yeah, so what's going on here? R36 Eruptor is getting a buff. The spear is going to be fixed. So overall, we've got some nice weapon updates on our way coming very soon. Now there's going to be a whole bunch of other ones coming, guys. So if your favorite weapon in this wasn't there and you're hoping for some changes with it and you've requested it, you never know, right? And what the team at Arrowhead have said is if you're in the Discord and you have a question about a weapon, feel free to ask them, or if you have a request, feel free to ask them. Never feel scared to ask. I know some people sometimes feel scared to ask because they don't want to get banned or anything like that, but you won't get banned. Don't worry about that. But anyway, guys, to end off the video, I wanted to have an overall chat with you guys. I want to talk about the current state of the game with you because the last couple of days haven't been positive. So it's nearly Thursday for me. Monday was the patch, and so people are saying this game is dying, and I feel like these comments are so strong. And the reason why I think it's way too strong to say that the game is dying is they have still got between 120 and 150,000 concurrent players at its peak every day. That's just on Steam. People forget that when they look at, they sort of look it too much into the Steam charts and forget that, PS5, you have to remember console players are bigger than us PC players, right? Because there's so many people with consoles. So the player base is probably massive on the PS5 compared to the PC. So just on the PC, there's 120 to 150,000 concurrent players. Yes, that has dropped from the initial 350, 400,000 that they had. But you have to remember, people take breaks from games and they move on and play something else for a bit. And then when they see a massive update, maybe a Warbond or the Illuminates coming to the game, they will return. And I believe that when the game they've released like more fixes, they've changed some things, and there's been some more updates, and the Illuminate attack, I think this game is gonna skyrocket, absolutely skyrocket, because I understand some people have been very frustrated with the changes, but you wait for that big trailer that gets released by Sony, the Illuminate to come in. It's going to be a massive patch. It's going to bring everyone back. In my personal opinion, that's what I see. I completely understand the frustration from the community recently. I see why people are upset, and I take everything on board in the comments when I read it, and hopefully Arrowhead will end up doing the right thing when they're deciding on what they're going to be changing with weapons. And you have to remember, right from the early stage, they will listen to the community, but they will do stuff that they believe is the right thing for the game. And so I do think it's very, very important not to always just go with what you believe as a studio, because remember, your player base is what keeps your game alive and what makes you money. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to talk about today. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as I said, if you wouldn't mind considering dropping a like and subscribing, that would mean the world to me. And I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. See you guys then.